So it's just you and me, huh?
Oh, hey. Yeah, I guess we're alone now. If nobody else comes, I'm not gonna do this. Hold on. I guess I need to chill a bit more. Hello everybody, welcome to the Babyfurcast. I'm your host, DarkGreenEspeon, and today here we are with...
JP.
I'm Brad.
Hell yeah, that was perfect. Awesome.
I made a
Okay.
mistake.
So,
You and me both.
it may or may not be obvious that we don't actually have any topics once again. We are going to talk about Evangelion, I think. Are we?
Well, first of all,
I mean,
it's pronounced Evangelion, but sure.
Evangelion.
did you even finish it?
Evangelion. Is that
Evangelion.
better?
Evangelion.
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 Yep.
I didn't finish it. I'm at episode 23, I think. I was gonna try to
Okay.
finish it today, but I couldn't. Didn't have the time.
So you don't know.
I don't know what happens. I don't know what all the weird fucking imagery from the last episode is about.
Well, spoiler alert for everyone, including Green.
I mean, there's no way that you've been on Earth and you haven't seen a single image from the last episode of Evangelion. I've seen it like 100 times, and I have no idea what's even happening in that picture, but I've seen it.
Because
Congratulations.
nothing's happening in that picture. That's the whole problem.
It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so let's talk about why Asuka is the worst fucking character ever, and I want to strangle her every time she's on screen. Why do people like this girl?
Starting with the
Shinji wants to
important
strangle her
questions,
too,
I
so
see.
don't worry about it.
He doesn't though. He's a fucking pussy. Which, I mean, by itself, it's fine. I'm fine with having weak characters, right? But when you just see Asuka fucking being rude all the time, and Shinji doesn't retaliate at all, it's kind of gets annoying after a
Don't
while.
worry about it.
He's a little bitch. What do you expect?
Moving on. Obviously, Rei is best girl.
I
No
disagree
contest.
with this.
I disagree with anyone saying that the girls in Evangelion are good.
You know, it's fine to be wrong sometimes. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, you are, but that's besides the point.
Fucking Odd isn't here, is he? Is he even online? Hold on.
Nope.
This is a very professional podcast.
No, god damn it! If we ever get Odd on an episode, I'm gonna call him out on this bullshit. He specifically wanted to come on the Evangelion episode.
No, it was the My Little Pony. No, that was big. Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of podcast is this anyway?
The best kind.
It's called Babyfurcast, first of all.
Yes, that's
I
the
don't
best
know.
part.
And now I'm on it. Now my reputation is ruined forever.
I just
We're
want to
gonna
clarify
advertise
that
everywhere.
I had no hand in choosing the name of the podcast. I was just forced to come in here.
Babyfurcast episode 2 featuring beloved YouTuber CadBrad. We're gonna plaster it everywhere on the internet.
Okay, sure.
We're gonna advertise on Reddit. Oh fuck, I just got a foot cramp. Ow.
I've been on Reddit before, so they know me.
So, what was... I think I remember Odd was talking about something specifically related to Evangelion, but I don't remember what it was. Maybe he was just being an Asuka fanboy. Like some dumb people we have right now in this episode, not naming names.
You know.
Craig, looking at you.
What, the recording robot?
Yeah, the recording.
Even robots know.
I mean, to be fair, if you have no feelings, you might actually start to like Asuka. You start to relate to her being
Oh,
a soulless robot.
like fucking Ray, who has actually no feelings and sucks.
Okay, you know what? Well, at least she's not a piece of shit, except for when she killed that. Except for when she killed that 40-year-old woman. Other than that, she's not an awful person.
I think she committed suicide, actually.
Is that
Right?
what's implied there? I mean, we
Yes.
see the old woman attacking the small child, and then the small child is fine, and the old woman is dead. So I assume she had some.
No, she kills Ray.
She had some tard rage or something. What? No, she doesn't kill Ray.
She kills Ray.
No, Ray's standing over her fucking bloody butt. No, she's not standing over bloody body. She's standing over a pool of blood and those fucking chalk lines they make when people die. So, oh wait, is that she kills Ray and then she commits suicide and then they clone Ray again? Is that what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, I totally didn't understand it at all. Okay, never mind. I thought it was implied that Ray went into this tard rage and then killed the old
Maybe you
woman.
should finish the show first before you try to analyze it.
No, shut up. It's perfect.
So what
I
did
mean,
you say? Did you say you're on episode like 23 or something?
Yes.
I
I
need to
just
see which
watched
one that
the
is.
Asuka backstory episode. That's what it was.
And
okay, she's a. One sec.
Oh right. Then the next one is like the last real episode.
Wasn't it this one? It's 26 episodes, right?
Yeah.
So the last 2 episodes are the ones that are no budget, made with crayons.
Yes.
So he just finished Eva.
No, he's on episode 23. He has to finish episode 24.
Oh, okay. I thought he watched 24.
No. Or maybe if he didn't have his mic muted, he could tell us.
Well, he can't.
And then there's End of Evangelion. I guess you could consider that the real ending.
I mean, it is.
It is. People have been people have been debating for like 20-something years about how do these endings, like, do they conflict with each other, or are they like both real? What's going on? No one knows.
I always interpret it as the last 2 episodes taking place in Shinji's mind while the end of Evangelion is happening.
Yeah, hey that's guys, what I think too.
I'm back. I think I barely missed the spoilers.
Yep.
We didn't really say any spoilers, really.
Well,
yeah, we're only talking about how everyone dies. That's the spoiler.
Oh right, you were talking about how Snape kills Dumbledore.
Yeah. In Fallout 4, you kill your son or something like that, or nuke.
You kill your son or nuke Boston. Yes.
I never played Fallout 4 because Todd Howard has no effect on me, so I wouldn't know.
I only know that spoiler because it was all over 4chan, so therefore it was all over r/4chan, and that's the only place I dare go. I need to get the filtered, safe for work 4chan experience. I can't get the real thing.
Was it illegal in your country?
Actually, yeah, I think it's banned, which doesn't mean much. Everybody has VPNs, but
I'm beginning to like Turkey. Anyway. Turkey has some good laws. Then
okay, here's a list of websites that are banned in Turkey. 4chan.
Okay.
Wikipedia.
Sure.
Imgur, which I have no idea why. Maybe because you can use it to spread porn. Speaking of which, every single porn website.
All right, protecting the children or something like that. I see.
Yeah, we're just the purest country out there.
Yeah.
Ask anybody on the street; they don't even know what sex is. They couldn't tell you.
Then how did they exist?
It's magic.
They hold hands. Don't you know? Babies are made by holding hands. Everything you know is a lie.
I believe for a while they tried to ban YouTube, but that was too much. That didn't work, so they brought it back.
Yeah, that. Wow.
So
So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. I just watched the Asuka backstory episode. That's the one I last saw.
Yeah.
It's weird. Weirdest fucking thing. Why was her mother like that? Is it ever explained? It's just her mother's insane, is that it?
yeah. There's not. I think there's not much more info given on her. That's just she was like that.
Yeah, it was fucking creepy. And this does make Asuka a better character because she really wasn't like she was just a bratty girl stereotype up until now. So it's better for her character. I still fucking hate her as a person, and she's absolutely the worst girl. She's even under the fucking blonde scientist chick who I really don't care for.
Blonde scientist chick. I'm glad you know the names of all these characters.
I don't know, is Akatsuki or something? I
It's
didn't
like
even bother remembering her name.
Ritsuko, or I
Might
don't know how to
be,
pronounce
yes.
Japanese.
He
Ritsuko.
still doesn't know Misato's name.
What? I do. Misato Kageyama. That's
Well,
it.
you've been calling her Arrow Girl since you started.
No,
So
I'm coming to that. I'm getting to that. One sec. I just want to let everyone know that as a matter of fact, the way you speak Turkish is very similar to the way you speak Japanese. Like the words are different, the sentence structure is different, I think, but like if you gave someone in Turkey a page full of printed Romanized Japanese stuff to say, they'd be able to pronounce it basically perfectly by just trying to say it in Turkish. As a fun
Basically the
fact,
same
right there.
language. Basically the same language.
Basically the same. I mean, we're basically Japanese. I'm not a weeaboo. I'm an actual otaku, guys. I'm the real thing. I can like anime.
Turkey is the same thing as Japan. I'm sure of it.
Is it to the east or not? Come on. Now, on to the most important part. This whole show. The biggest mystery. All right?
Yes.
It's been there ever since the beginning. And they keep teasing it. They keep giving us little droplets of information, but never enough to solve the whole thing. In episode 1, in the scene where we first see Shinji, he holds up a postcard, and it's a picture of Misato. And clearly, she sent the postcard calling him to meet her somewhere. And she drew an arrow pointing to her cleavage, and then wrote, "Look over here" or something. Basically, something along the lines of that. Why did she do this? Why did she draw an arrow pointing to her fucking breasts? Why would she do this? What does she mean by this?
She knows Shinji will like breasts, I guess.
But she didn't need the arrow. If he was gonna look, he would have looked anyway. If anything, if someone sent me a picture of themselves and drew a fucking arrow towards their cleavage, I would not want to look there. Like they did something weird to the photo or something. I'd be scared to look at it.
I mean, she needs to get this like weak kid to come to this place. She's gonna use her sex appeal.
That's not how you use your sex appeal.
Yes, it is.
yeah.
That's the worst flirting I've ever seen. Also, this kid is like, what, 14? Yeah, he's definitely 14. And Misato's absolutely over 20, probably over 30. So that's
Yeah.
fucked up.
So you're saying when you were 14, you only watched teenagers?
I'm saying you're a grown woman and you do that for a 14-year-old kid. That's fucked up.
Yeah, because porn actresses don't exist. They absolutely never think that a 14-year-old kid is gonna be watching them.
That's different.
I mean,
Also,
once you finish everything, it'll make sense. Trust me.
Is that it? In the finale, in that weird scene everybody keeps posting pictures of, it's actually they're explaining why she drew that arrow. Is what's going
Yes,
on.
obviously.
Yeah,
That's the secret to Evangelion.
It's like a 15-minute monologue explaining her master plan that starts by drawing an arrow pointing towards
It's
her
explained
cleavage.
that the Evangelion were actually created as really advanced pens to be able to draw cleavage arrows better on postcards.
Yes, that's actually it.
I figured it
right.
out. I solved the mystery.
The yellow is a symbol to tell the audience that in the end, the real Evangelion was inside Fofo.
No, okay, think about it. The symbol of Adam, right? The symbol of Zela. That it's a triangle that points down with a bunch of eyes. The triangle, what's at the tip of an arrow? It's a triangle. So that symbol is just a cleavage arrow, and the eyes looking at that cleavage. It makes perfect sense.
Yes, we did it.
I can't believe we fucking solved Evangelion, guys. And I haven't even finished watching it. What an amazing episode. Only on Babyfurcast. You won't find this quality content anywhere else.
All right, good job. You did it.
It's done. We can close the whole shit. We can close the whole show down now.
We can delete
We solved it.
delete all the torrents. We can delete the Netflix experience that they're bringing to everyone.
Oh yeah, you had opinions on that, didn't you?
Yes, I did. So they're like dumping the old English dub and redoing it, and I think that's kind of shitty to all the voice actors who've been like voicing them for 20-something years. They didn't like even have the intention of like auditioning them. They like gave them a pity audition so they could sign an NDA so they would shut up about being recast. So,
Have
I mean,
you heard...
what?
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just saying, people dislike dubs, but like, I just think that's a shitty thing to do.
Have you heard the new dubs? The new voice actors?
No, because they haven't released it yet.
Maybe they will be better. We can't really know.
That could be,
yeah,
but
it's like what kind of obligation besides them being there first does Netflix have towards them?
Well, I know Netflix is a
Like,
business.
They were
but,
sure there were the original dub voices, but it's not like only they can be the voices of these characters. It's just a dub. It's not like they're gonna be remaking all of Evangelion with different voice actors, and it's gonna be literally the same thing. It's something that has already been done, and it's just an adaptation to Western audiences.
Yeah. Well, also, you can't just go and watch the old dubs, right? I mean, at least online.
Yeah, but now that there's a new one, and like Netflix is probably gonna bring it to a brand new audience, there's gonna be like a divide. I mean, even more than subs versus dubs, because there's now two dubs. One's like existed for like 20-something years. It's really iconic to some people, and then there's gonna be this new one. So
yeah, old dubs versus new dubs. Yes.
Welcome to DBC Kai. Is DBC Kai better than DBC? No. Kai sucks.
I love how nobody else on this podcast could answer that question, because I never watched an episode of DBZ in my life.
I've never done that either. There's like 5,000 episodes. I'm like, no.
And every single one of them is great.
Even the beach episodes.
Especially if you watch them in Spanish, but Latin American Spanish, because Spain's Spanish sucks.
Yeah, they only invented the language for sure.
Yep. Imagine inventing the language and not knowing how to speak it.
You know what really upsets me? Which, only for specific reasons, but it really fucking gets my goat. That no TV channel in Turkey has ever tried to dub an anime. Like, the most basic shit, like Pokemon, maybe Digimon, I'm not sure about that, Yu-Gi-Oh! But other than that, no actual anime has been dubbed in Turkish. Which normally I wouldn't care, because who the fuck watches anything in Turkish, even in Turkey? But for example, for my sisters, I wanted to get them to start watching Mob Psycho 100, because I really do think that's a great kids show. That's something really nice for kids to watch as they grow up. But they can't because they're really young. They can't speak English that well, so that's off the table, and they can't read that fast either. So I can't just get them to watch Turkish subtitled anime. And I'm like trying to urge them to read books so that they can start reading faster, so that I can start having them watch subtitled stuff. But it just really grinds my gears.
Oh, Lois, you know what really grinds my gears?
Thank
That's
you.
my Peter Griffin impression.
I mean,
really good.
Considering we don't have Crate here, we were really fucking crippled in the Peter Griffin impersonation department. But you really solved our problem there. Thank you.
Peter, are you watching anime again?
Famous YouTuber CadBrad does Family Guy funny moments only on Babyfurcast. You won't find this content anywhere else, folks.
Lois, I'm watching the end of Evangelion. It's such a big deal, Lois.
Who's that supposed to be?
Be Peter.
Oh,
Lois, I need to figure out who the best girl is.
Peter, it's supposed to be your wife.
No, Lois, you're old and washed up.
do we have any other topics for today?
Peter, I'm getting a divorce.
Good, I have my own waifu now, Lois.
Oh man, okay. Are you guys ready to talk about MLP? Let's talk about MLP.
No, there's
Not-
Big's not here. Big's not here. He can't.
This
No.
is punishment. This is punishment for not making it on time.
I don't want to talk about MLP.
Hold on. I'm trying to find that thing Big posted on about what your favorite pony says about you. Do
I
you guys
know
remember
that-
what it is?
I know that's the show's ending soon. You think it'll end like Evangelion did?
Wait, it hasn't already ended?
No,
God
it's
damn.
still going.
Somehow, it lasted longer than Homestuck.
Okay, here it is. I'm gonna actually.
Oh,
Do I
yeah.
have to read this out
Fuck.
loud? Hold on. I'm just gonna copy the link and put it in here so you guys can see as well.
It lasted longer than Adventure Time too. It's like the winner of the early 2000s like big thing battle royale.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, Steven Universe hasn't ended yet.
That ended. That started in like 2014. It's like
Oh
that
yeah.
doesn't count.
2010s.
Okay,
Doesn't
so
count.
everyone,
Congrats, MLP.
I'm gonna count to 3. Everyone says their favorite pony. All right. 1, 2, 3. Applejack. What the fuck were you guys doing?
Applejack's cool, but have you seen Rainbow Dash? That's the best.
What about Little Sebastian?
Who the fuck is that?
It's from Parks and Recreation.
What the fuck's that?
That's not a pony.
It's a small horse.
Not the same thing.
It kind of this is actually I think that was a debate in the show actually.
What?
I don't remember. I watched Parks and Recreation like 5 years ago.
I've never seen Parks and Rec. I
It's
actually
like the-
should. I hear it's
It's
really
like
good.
The Office, but government stuff.
Never seen The Office either.
The Office is like a guy
Parks and
who's
Recreation by an office.
yes, exactly.
I didn't watch either of those because they're like the Naruto of normal actual shows. Like they're each like 100 episodes long, aren't they?
Kind of.
By the way, JP just fucking up and left.
Clearly,
I
he
hope
doesn't
he's
like
fine.
The Office.
Right,
Oh,
I'm
he's
back.
back.
So yes, that's why Fluttershy is the best pony. I forgot to say that. I like Applejack, but I also like Fluttershy.
Wait, why is Fluttershy the best pony?
Sorry, Matt, you shouldn't have missed the conversation.
Oh shit. Well, it's okay. You're still wrong.
What?
Fluttershy sucks.
Totally is.
I
Fluttershy
mean,
is
I'll
awesome.
find about Asuka, but I don't know anything about MLP.
Okay, Fluttershy is basically Ray. But
yes,
like worse.
exactly.
Who's the Asuka?
The Asuka would be
Twilight Sparkle. Twilight Sparkle.
No?
What do you mean no?
Okay.
Rarity or Twilight Sparkle, that's it.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. It's Twilight.
Okay.
But no one likes Twilight. It's like
I mean,
I'm sure that there's someone out there that likes Twilight, but she's I don't know, I don't think that she's that interesting.
you know why? You know why you never hear about anyone who likes Twilight?
Why?
Consider this.
Because of sparkly vampires?
Why would anyone like Twilight Sparkle? It's because they're a fucking piece of shit who want to get domed, you know? They got no balls, they got no guts. So why would a person like that announce their clearly awful taste in ponies out on the internet? That's why you never hear about it,
Hmm. Yeah, makes sense.
right?
Yeah. So Rainbow Dash. Yeah, that
Right.
one's cool. And I can
Which
say it
one's
because
that?
I actually watched the show. I haven't based my opinions based on YouTube poops. Like someone I know that's on this podcast.
You're right. I'm sorry. I should have went and watched the pony show like an actual goddamn man.
It's all right. I'm not gonna say your name.
Well, you're like broadcasting your opinions to the world now, so.
You know, yeah, I've become a big man. I've become a podcast creator. I should, do all those things people are expected to do, like, pay my taxes, do my bills, watch My Little Pony. I gotta grow up sometime.
Yep. Sucks to be.
Well, now
Sucks to have
it's
so
like,
many responsibilities.
now that it's ending, you can like binge watch it.
Hell yeah. That's basically what I did with Homestuck. When I got into Homestuck because Undertale was out, and then by the time I finished reading it, it was at the part before the final battle when they were sitting on the fucking huge
Before
plate place.
Mhm.
That-
The
That's where the comic was at when I finished reading it. So I was at like the perfect time.
Is there ever a perfect time to read Homestuck?
Never is the answer. But other than
The
that, I
perfect
think my
time?
time's pretty good.
I also started reading Homestuck because of Undertale. Actually, it
Yeah.
was I played Undertale because I thought the music was really cool, and after I finished, I wanted to know if Toby had made anything else other than Homestuck and the Earthbound hack, and I found Moonsetter, and I really liked that song.
And then it was ruined.
And then, and then I read Homestuck. But it's okay. I knew it was bad. I started reading it in January, read the entirety of Act 1, and said, this is going absolutely nowhere. So I stopped. And And then a few months later, I was really curious because I knew this shit was popular. I didn't know why. And I also knew that the music was really, really good because I started listening to it more and more. And so I started reading Homestuck again. And I caught up just in time for Collide to release. Like the same day Collide came out, I caught up to Homestuck.
Nice.
I first read Homestuck when Act 6 started. So I had the experience.
Wow. You had the experience of not having Homestuck for prolonged periods of time.
Yes. I got to read all the good parts archivally, and the bad parts I got to wait.
Awesome. The perfect way. The
Yeah.
perfect way not to experience Homestuck. The worst possible way to read that.
Just as Hussey intended.
I mean, it's true. The way Hussey intended Homestuck to be read would probably be the worst objective way to read it. he wants the most suffering in the world.
So the epilogues, huh?
Let's get
by the
Hussey
way-
on this podcast.
If I know anyone who watches this podcast is gonna come from Ba, but just in case, if you don't know what Homestuck is, it's a very nice
Steak.
webcomic that was started in 2009 and went on for 5 acts, and then ended right before a animation called Cascade was supposed to be dropped. Unfortunately, that animation never dropped, and we never found out how it ended. But I'm sure it would have ended up great. You know, we don't have to worry about that.
Just read Problem Sleuth, trust me.
Yeah, just do that. Don't read Homestuck. It's not worth it.
Someone asked me about Homestuck, so I was like, just read Problem Sleuth. Don't read Homestuck.
I love how
So-
literally everybody has the same reaction. Like, anytime someone comes into Ba and asks, should I read Homestuck, we all just say, read Problem Sleuth at the same time.
I never read Problem Sleuth.
Well, Problem Sleuth is like not bad, so
It's like early Homestuck, but it ends basically at the time when early Homestuck should have, and doesn't
It's
become
not-
late Homestuck.
it's not 8,000 pages long, first of all.
Also that.
I mean, late Homestuck has Mina. That's cool.
No.
Problem Sleuth
No.
has Historical Dame.
Historical
no.
Dame beats Mina anytime.
And Nervous
Yeah.
Broad. And whores. Like literal
Yeah.
whores.
Yeah, does Homestuck have horse? Didn't think so, idiot. Except for Mina.
Got him.
Wrecked.
Okay. I'll, I can admit defeat. It's okay.
Every time I see those couple of pages, if you remember, like, there's a couple of pages where Nepeta talks to Rose and asks to speak to her sprite because she reminds her of her dead cat dad or whatever. Every time I read those pages, it makes me kind of like melancholy because that's right about the part where Cascade starts. So those couple pages where Nepeta and Rose talk are basically a couple of the last few good pages in Homestuck.
His name is Pounce de Leon, I think.
Yeah.
Because they were looking for the Fountain of Cute.
Do we know whether it's a male?
I don't know.
Maybe?
I mean, Ponce
Do-
Leon was a
Are we
guy.
fake fans? We don't know.
I think we're fake fans right now.
Actually, gender's a construct.
Uh,
You know what pisses me off?
No. Everything?
Yes, but also the way Hussey decides to spell the plural of Lucis. I
Lusai?
took a year of Latin, Hussey. I know it's only supposed to be one I, Hussey. It's not supposed to be two.
Well, trolls are an alien culture. They don't have to speak
Yeah.
Latin.
Yeah, they have alien Latin.
It's different.
You're right.
Trolls are aliens, guys. It's okay.
Guess I'm just a fake
I
fan.
can, I'm still a good writer.
Maybe Latin was wrong. Hussey's right.
Yeah, trolls.
Yeah.
Trolls came here first.
Trolls invented the Zodiac, so
I mean,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Homestuck, trolls did invent Latin, so I guess the Latin we know is wrong. That's true. Another mystery solved by the amazing Babyfurcast, everybody. What else? Do we have any more topics?
I'm hungry. What should I eat?
Pizza.
Eat tacos.
Maybe. Taco pizzas. How about that?
We don't have those in Turkey. I've never eaten a taco, so I want you to
That's-
go eat one and think about me.
I mean, you could make one. You only need meat and a tortilla.
I mean, I could. We do find tortillas very easily. Same thing.
Uh-huh. So,
But
I'll make a
how would I
taco.
know if I did it right?
Because
Maybe
you only
help.
need to. Okay, this is literally the only thing you need to do is take the tortilla, put it in the fucking in the stove, heat it, take it out, put meat in there, add some lemon. There you go. You have a taco.
No, man, I just don't know.
That's it.
Just don't know.
What's some like Turkish cuisine that I could try?
I mean, Turkish food is really amazing, but I don't know if you could try any of that over there. You probably got doner, right?
I
You
don't
call
know.
it doner or something stupid like that, I know.
What? What's that? Donut.
Do you actually not know? I mean, you're Mexican, so maybe they don't have any of it in Mexico? It's possible,
No.
I guess. They get like, how do I explain this? They get like a huge spit roast, and they put it vertically, and on one side of it is like an oven basically. So they slowly spin it, and it keeps getting roasted on the outside, and they cut off very slim pieces of the outside and put it between pieces of bread.
So they just
So-
make like a sandwich.
Yeah,
it sounds like a sandwich.
there's a guy slicing pieces of it slowly for hours, just making meat sandwiches with that same huge piece of meat.
I could talk about my Ronco knives.
Hold on,
Not that any of you guys are gonna know what Ronco is, but
Nope, no idea.
I'm making a video about it, so everyone will know.
Okay, Kat, I want you to check this out.
So you had a picture
Let's-
of your mom.
Why would I want you to eat my mom?
Never mind.
You actually, what you described reminds me of a kind of taco, tacos al pastor, they're called. You have this piece of meat just in a stick on top of a fire, and it's getting cooked. And you just go and ask for it, and the guy just right there cuts the meat from the piece and puts in the taco, and then it gets pineapple. It's basically the same, but without tortilla.
If I ever visit Mexico, I should try that.
Yeah, they're really good. You should put guacamole in them. That's the best way to eat a taco.
All I know about guacamole is like Jeb Bush liked it.
All right, Kat, check this shit
I don't know
out.
if that's good. Well, I don't know if that's a good thing or but definitely try guacamole. Like you like avocado?
I don't know.
Well, that's a problem.
Jeb
Kat,
Bush
have
was
you
like
seen
he's the Ray of politics.
Is that an insult? You're
A
making
little
me
bit.
want to work for Jeb Bush right now.
Jeb Bush
No, I
just
get it.
got bullied by Trump for like 3 months, and he's like, "Guys, just please clap."
All right, Kat.
This is how it happened. All right, I'm looking at the picture. Is this a video podcast? No one's gonna see this but me.
No, I do editing, okay? I work hard on this. I'm gonna put the thing up
you?
on the episode.
All right, I'm looking at it.
Okay, this is called manta, and what it is basically it's tiny little dumplings, like Chinese dumplings.
It's
You
not even Turkish. How could you?
shut the hell up. They stole it from us, all right? We did it first.
Okay.
Boil it in water, and then you sieve out all the water, if that's the word, I guess. And you serve it with like yogurt and all these fucking spices. And let me tell you, this is heavenly. This is the best shit you ever tasted.
If I ever visit Turkey, I'll have to try it then.
You will. It's great. I swear to God. This
Do they have
honestly
turkey
is my
in
favorite
Turkey?
food.
All right. Let me hold on 1 second. Hope you can hear my typing.
Yes. Very musical sound. This is by the way spelled with that I without a dot, which every time I type it, someone in boss seems to freak out exactly the way they do when they find out I use light mode. Another fun
Yeah, what
fact.
Alright,
why do you use light mode?
Because it's just better.
No.
Alright, here's I want you to look at this. This is called a Big Mac. It's a staple of American cuisine.
I don't understand what's going on in this picture. There's bread, okay. So I'm assuming those are normal bread. So are you saying you got huge fucking steaks between bread and you eat that all at once? Is that one meal?
Yes.
How is that possible?
You put your ingredients on one side of the bun, then you put the bun, then you put more ingredients, then you put the other bun.
What is that yellow thing in the middle?
That's cheese.
By the
That's
way,
a big cheese.
unironically, fuck American cheese. What the hell is wrong with your cheese? That yellow thing, that is not cheese. I don't know how you can call it cheese. It's disgusting. You disgust me, Americans.
Yeah, well, who lost World War One?
Oh.
The Ottoman Empire, not here anymore.
Exactly.
We're different, all right? We're a different person now. We're a different country. You can't blame us for that shit.
Okay, sure. Well, considering everyone that was alive is dead, so probably shouldn't like blame people anyway.
Ugh.
Thanks for sighing right into the microphone.
Why
Don't yawn at me.
not? This is good content right here. This is some good shit. Especially since we don't actually have any topics right now.
We could talk
It's
about
just-
why you're wrong about Evangelion girls again.
I mean, we just be hearing you be wrong for a couple more minutes. I'd rather not do that.
You both are wrong. They all suck.
I was gonna try to talk about that shit Odd gave
Well,
us
Well, some
About-
suck a little bit less.
about
Ah.
the guy who got thrown out of Gravity Falls and then went to Steven Universe and then tattled
But-
on over the garden wall or something. But
But
you know,
maybe-
I think we should just wait until an episode where Odd can join and he can explain it all
Yeah.
to us because I'm not about to go and read all of this and try to explain it to you guys.
Besides, you're not actually really knowledgeable about the topic, so you couldn't
Yeah, I don't know
talk about
jack
it like
shit.
Odd would.
I do know that Steven Universe is awful, and My Little Pony is awful, and Adventure
Okay, no,
Time
okay.
probably isn't that good. But Gravity
Okay,
Falls
fuck
is
you.
Gravity
Fuck
Falls.
you.
Yeah, but-
Adventure Time is great. Adventure Time is great. I
Mm,
really like it.
I watched like a couple episodes. I didn't really like it.
There's a period where there's a drop in quality, which is right after the Flame Princess. It's after the Flame Princess comes in. When Flame Princess was in the show, that was peak Adventure Time, and the ending was alright. It was okay. It wasn't something that should have been an ending to the entire thing. Like they set up the whole thing with the Gum War, but the bad guy was introduced, I think, the previous season, so there wasn't a lot of build up like with Gold. But Gold was suddenly appeared in the show and just got dealt with. It wasn't that good of an ending, actually. But the show's great. Watch the show. Watch Slim Princess
I
and
tried
Marshall.
to.
Well, you didn't try hard enough.
According
It
to
just didn't
JP,
appeal
the
to
show
me.
is good. I can't say the same thing, unfortunately, but I only did watch like 3 episodes right from the beginning.
Wow. So, well, that means I have the right opinion.
I did watch like half of Steven Universe though.
I watched all
man.
of Steven Universe. It was terrible.
So I've watched all
I
of
liked
Steven
the
Universe.
first season of it, and then it just slowly declined into like, let's figure out what these townsfolk were doing that you don't care
I mean,
about.
okay,
No, you know,
look, Rebecca Sugar, I fucking understand, okay? You want a show where the viewers want to root for the main character
Isn't that
to
every
save the
show?
planet because the viewer sympathizes with all the townspeople and cares for all of them, so he doesn't want to see the town get destroyed. I understand that. I can respect that. But why the fuck do you only show the most boring shit that the town people are doing? I mean, there's this one character here who's having fucking space naval battles. He's having space dogfights.
yes.
And we have to go watch the stupid fat woman with his goddamn metal band. What the
Yeah,
shit?
that's what I was gonna say. They set this shit up as if he was a space pirate fighting gems in having epic adventures. We never saw it. We couldn't see it because Steven wasn't there. Imagine how great it would have been if you just simply made a bomb, called it Lars Wars, and aired it. And it's just Lars.
Yeah.
It's instant money.
Yeah, like 3 episodes of just Lars having space fights. Why the fuck not?
My other problem with the show is like it has no tension whatsoever because it builds up like, oh, there's this big bad thing, then Steven hugs like whatever
Yeah.
is the villain and
Yeah.
he's like, everything's okay now.
I
Like,
mean,
what?
I could understand that too. Like, you want to have a show where the main fucking takeaway is that every problem can be solved without fighting, without violence. I understand that too. But you fucking fuck it all up. He doesn't go and solve things with his charm, with his speaking skills. He just goes up and says, "This isn't you," and then cries and hugs them or whatever. And then the fucking bad guy is good now. Yeah, the antagonist is done.
I
That's
mean,
not how you make a story.
I don't really like the message of every single problem can be solved with words, because it's not true in my end, and it's not. I don't know. I don't think that children should grow up thinking that's the case, and that's clearly the point of what she's doing.
Yeah, I mean that's also true. You know, a better lesson would be to try to figure out whether you can solve a problem with words or you have to resort to some other source.
Yeah, that's why I really like Jailbreak. They didn't have the chance to talk things through. That there was no option. They had to fight, and they fought. It was great. It was great.
Yeah, that was awesome. And there was a huge twist that if you were perceptive enough, you could have figured it out right from the start. And I almost did. As a matter of fact, you know the fucking door they have that leads to everyone's rooms individually?
Yep.
I saw Garnet go in there, and like 2 of the gems light up when Garnet's going in, and I was like, okay, so maybe each of them have 2 gems light up, and I tried to watch the other ones going in the doors, and I almost figured that shit out before it was revealed, but I didn't manage it.
I wasn't attentive enough to figure that out.
Yeah, me neither.
Spoiler alert.
yeah,
Garnet
spoiler
is
alert.
actually 2 people.
For
Garnet is 2 kids in a trench coat, literally.
Spoiler alert for a show that
and
literally
then once that
nobody
twist happens, Garnet has no character ever again.
Oh, also, after that, they fucking get married in the 5th season. I mean, fusion is supposed to be like the ultimate culmination of a relationship, right? It's supposed to be something way deeper, way higher than marriage. Why the fuck do these fused people get married?
I mean, you say
makes sense.
it's supposed to be way deeper than marriage, but they do it all the time. It started out as basically gem sex. That's what it is. And then it's just that Garnet was Ruby and Sapphire having sex all the time.
There's also that part where like Pearl like it's symbolically raping Garnet. It's kind of weird.
Yep. Also, later on, you find out that Pearl was basically dating her master, which also isn't that great. and you
Yeah.
find out that Steven's mother was basically a little bitch. So she started an intergalactic war just because she didn't want to do things. She was tired of her responsibilities. That's also great. And they never fucking address it. There's never like an episode where Steven has to face the fact that her mother sucked and then has to come to terms with it.
Yeah,
He
he
just-
just has the one episode where he gets stuck in the room and it's like, okay, maybe my mother wasn't that great of a person.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
it. And then she just shouts it at other people like, yeah, I know my mom sucks, but just stop being an antagonist and be a good guy now. That's all he does. He just shouts that at people. He
Honestly,
doesn't actually come to terms with that fact.
okay, also spoiler alert for something that nobody shut the fuck up about when it happened. When they revealed that Rose Quartz was Pink Diamond, that was a terrible
So
twist.
awful. So awful. That was
Yeah.
like the worst twist that could be. That was the first
Mhm.
thing people guessed when Rose Quartz,
Yeah.
when Pink Diamond was revealed, and that was the worst thing. Like if they said, Rose Quartz was Pink Diamond's twin or something, like a secret evil twin, that would have been a better fucking twist.
Or just have Pink Diamond be dead, like have Rose actually have killed her. That would have been more interesting, because there would actually be consequences instead of just Steven going and saying, "Hey, I'm actually Pink Diamond. Yeah, Rose Quartz was Pink Diamond. There's no problem at all. She never died."
Also, by the way, this twist, which again was obvious from the first season, is only revealed in the 5th season, in like the middle of the 5th season, and that's because Steven never fucking asks any questions. He doesn't
Yep.
question anything. He gets told things he knows are lies. He never asks about them. It's so fucking infuriating.
I was
Maybe
gonna
the
say
show
something.
Maybe the show needs like script writers instead of just storyboard artists. You ever think of that?
Maybe the show needs to stop hiring random people who want to work on it and start hiring actually skilled people.
I think the problem started when they started hiring people that read Homestuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure at this point that anyone who works on Steven Universe is basically hired the same way Hive Swap artists were at the start. You know,
oh yeah, Hive
that
Swap
whole
is somehow
controversy?
back.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
but
Hive
they
Swap
have-
Act 2. It's gonna happen, baby.
They have some
Allegedly.
semblance of a schedule now, of an idea of how to work.
Allegedly, it's gonna happen.
Allegedly.
It's only been like 7 years since the Kickstarter. It's fine. We finally figured it out, you guys. We figured out how to make a game.
It's gonna be
The-
Friend Sim Act 2.
The year is 2065. The 5th World War is almost over. Hive Swap Act 2 gets released.
I mean, at this
Ugh.
rate, how long has it been since Act 1? 2 years? Like,
2
we can
years.
expect like another year of development for Act 2, maybe. 'Cause
Uh,
they're just starting the programming now.
but they have they're gonna use the same engine, right? Or
I
is it from
guess.
scratch?
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, if they're
would
using the
think.
same engine, it's gonna take less time.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure programming is
Sure.
the most important part. Like, they started with the art assets first, which you're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
I hear they fucked it all up already.
Because what you're supposed to do is like program everything, make sure everything works first with like some temporary like shitty art assets. Because like if
Yeah.
you cut or change something, you didn't already spend all that time like making the good assets.
mhm.
So they're like doing it backwards for some reason.
I also thought that, and I've discussed it with some of my Homestuck friends, and they said no, it's just a point and click
Well,
game, so it's not that complicated.
I followed like the Thimbleweed Park. Like, it's also an adventure game by like the guy who made Monkey Island and Maniac Mansion. Like, you can read the development blog. They start out with like these awful looking temporary art assets and they like discuss like, hey, we're gonna cut this, we're gonna change this. This wasn't working. Like, I'm also gonna spoil like part
Yeah,
of the
of
game.
course.
Like there's like a
Yeah.
part of the game where you like go to like visit those terrible art assets, and you can see how the game changed, and, like how things were cut.
Hmm.
That's cool.
So-
What was the game called?
Thimbleweed Park. So it's also a very good game if you like adventure games.
Well, it's the guy that made Monkey Island.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think it's
so he might know what he's talking about when
yeah,
it comes to making adventure
probably.
games.
Yeah.
Probably. But I don't know I think if they already have the engine, it might not be that much trouble. You know? Because
I guess.
engines generally are the things that take the most time on programming.
Well, they just use Unity.
Do they? Do they actually?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. I mean, honestly, even if they don't fuck anything up and they have it done in like a year, I have no hope for this. I doubt Hussey actually has any story plan. He's just gonna do some stupid shit. And the friend sims, how are they gonna work? I mean, okay, the friend sims were supposed to introduce the trolls that Joey and the dumbass troll guy meet along the journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in every single friend sim, you meet a character, and then you find out their whole fucking arc. They have their arc right in front of you. So either in High Swap, we're gonna only see these characters in passing, which is gonna be stupid, or in High Swap, each character is gonna have their arc all over again, which is also gonna be stupid. So they fuck
No.
themselves over completely with these friend sims.
I think it's just gonna be like the characters are there doing shit like a regular NPC, not an important character.
Yeah, they're just gonna be in the background.
Yeah, it's like the
Well,
the
they made
shop
like
owner.
they made like
Well-
100 trolls for some reason. You think all of them are gonna be like fleshed out, like actually important?
No, they're gonna go and it's gonna be just like, oh yeah, this is Marvel's. He runs the circus. Oh, did you know he has the actually pretty deep backstory that goes in the spin-off
Thanks
game?
for that.
You're welcome. But it's just gonna be, hey guys, I run the circus. Don't break anything. Pay me. That's it. And then you have the biggest fans are like, yeah, no, I love Marvelous. He has the deep background. He's a
Yeah.
very interesting character, guys. Trust me.
Marvis is the best character, absolutely. I didn't want to kill myself at all while playing as.
I didn't play any of those friend sims.
Me neither.
I played all of them. It's hard to say if I regret playing them because they were absolutely terrible. But then again, I couldn't hate my life more than I already did before playing them, so I didn't really lose anything. You know?
You lost your time.
That wasn't worth anything either.
I just think Homestuck's not for me anymore. You know,
I mean,
like this doesn't appeal to me. This like friend sim stuff.
I
And, like-
honestly, unironically think these last few years, Hussey has been trying to get people as far away from Homestuck as possible. I mean, first Hive Swap with his horrible development cycle and then the mediocre game, then the Friend Sims, and then the epilogues, which, like, are basically trying to piss off as many people as possible, honestly.
Okay.
I just read like 10 pages of meat, and I'm like, nope, no.
This is a very unpopular opinion, but I actually enjoyed the epilogues. At least in
Not
Ba,
actually that
it's in Ba it's that it's unpopular. Everyone shits on them.
They gave Jade a dog dick.
The echo was perfect on that.
Yeah, but you have Obama, which is subjectively the best part of the epilogues. And also I actually enjoyed the whole thing with Dirk. Spoilers for the epilogues, guys. Really important. When the whole Dirk with his ultimate self, I found that very enjoyable. I don't know. It was interesting to see him fighting with doomed Calliope over the narrative powers of the story, and it I don't know. I found it really cool.
I mean,
I don't have.
you're entitled to your opinion. I'm not saying this as like an insult, by the way. I'm not trying to insult the epilogues. I could do that in a million other ways. I actually, unironically, seriously think the epilogues were a ploy to make all Homestuck fans stop liking Homestuck, so that Hussey could finally be free from this thing he hates so much now.
He could just stop making Homestuck content.
He could, but he can't do that apparently. So
No,
instead, he makes bad Homestuck content on purpose.
Hussey
make something
obviously
new.
cares about Homestuck. If he didn't care, he wouldn't have spent 7 years on it, and then some with the epilogues and hype up. He could have just walked out the moment he sold it to Viz Media. He has no obligation to keep working on it.
Yeah, that's true. That is definitely true. Anyway, what the fuck is a Homestuck, by the way, guys? What is
I
that?
don't know. Some
I
shit.
don't know.
Some shit people like on the internet, I guess. So it's probably bad.
We're probably going to be wrapping up soon. I wanted to talk about this before we end this episode. Cad,
Yes.
you said you haven't watched the first episode. Have you seen it? Have you looked at it at all?
No.
Well, if you had, you'd know that each of us has a baby fursona on there.
Okay.
And
No.
I'm gonna have to ask you for what animal you want yours to be.
Oh, I got a great answer for this. A dodo, because like the dodo, how it's dead, I'm dead inside.
That's very nice.
Right.
Okay. So I guess this is end of episode 2. Thank you everyone for watching. Please remember not to like, comment, or subscribe. If you click that bell, I'll fucking kill you. And I've been your host, DarkGreenEspeon. These were JP and CadBrad, the famous YouTuber. Thank
All
you very
700
much for coming on.
subscribers.
Hell yeah. Goodbye.